And yes, we are live. How to porn-proof your home. That's what the conversation of the day is today. My name is Wendy Ologi. I'm called Africa's #1 parent coach. I am your #1 parent coach. Are you there? Can you hear me? Can you see me? I'm the founder of the Intentional Parent Academy. Every Tuesday at 2 p.m. we are at the Cathedral. If you know, you know. This is called the Cathedral. Alrighty, so have you invited someone today to come and listen to this conversation? This is a very key conversation, So who has gotten the 100, the molestation guide, right? The digital molestation guide, 100 ways your child can be abused digitally and what you can do about it. If you have a copy and you have
Your child is already asking, but just not with words. In this digital era, peer pressure, porn, identity confusion is just one click away. And you know it. If you're not talking, if you're not having that sex conversation with your child, someone else is. And that is why over 3,000 plus parents have joined the Sex Educate Your Child 5.0 challenge. And it is your turn. Whether you're raising a teen or a toddler, this challenge gives you script by script, age by age, on how to say it, what to say, and when. It gives you an upper hand on handling porn pressure, digital abuse, and new guides on what and challenges your child is facing today. And for the next 24 hours, join this challenge or there is no more. No, scratch that. For less than 24 hours, pay 5,999 or you will not get this offer again. See the number on the screen, register and reach out to us. Click the link and join us.
Alrighty, so sorry about that. Yes, of course, you saw the conversation on how to register for the Sex Educate Your Child Like a Pro. Let me see your comment in the comment section. Have you registered for Sex Educate Your Child Like a Pro? Just say yes. And do you have the digital molestation guide? I want you to see. I want you to open your page and just say yes, yes, I have it, I have it, I have it. I have registered. Do you have the guide? Have you opened it? The reviews that I got from the guide has been so amazing. I want you to actually really understand what you can do. Somebody say, yes, I'm seated in front. Dr. Kemi wrote to me, I see you. Thank you so much. Somebody said, yes, I have, and I have the 3 amazing guides. I love the one just for crush. Papa, I love it too. Thank you so much. And if you have not registered, yes, I have, but I don't have it yet. It's there. It's shared in your community. All you need to do is actually to click in that link, and it takes you to the 3 books. All right. If you've not registered, let me see your comment in the comment section so that we can give you all the details that you need to register. My mama is here. Hello, mommy. All righty. So every Tuesday I get to see my mom, and then she's right in the comment section like, yay, mommy's here. Okay, so it's so good to have you here, mom. All right. So, and if you registered, and you have not received all your guides, all you need to do is just to go on that platform. You will see your guide. If you've not registered, I can see somebody saying, no, I've not registered. Like, how? Maka, why? All right. The details are on my screen. Just go and register for Sex Educate Your Child Like a Pro. Somebody said chapter 1, scenario of digital molestation. All right. I have the guide. Just go and register. You see, link. Just you see all of the details. All right, team, can we have the details right on my screen? All right, on how to register for Sex Educate Your Child Like a Pro. Thank you so much for joining me today. And today we're talking about how are you going to porn-proof your home. I'm going to share something with you that I discovered, all right, today. But before I do share, look at my screen and you're going to see the details of how you can register for Sex Educate Your Child Like a Pro. We need this card, all right, in the comment. Thank you. So, somebody say, yes, I registered and have yet to get mine. It's all there. So, did you call it out? Did you take it out, Tobe? Huh? Thank you so much. All right. So I wrote something on social media and somebody responded that she was not wearing a bra and then her son saw her with her breasts and her nipples were protruding. And then her son was like, so what is this thing? Apart from the breast, there's even another thing that's coming out of it. And she said, I was so embarrassed. I didn't know whether I should say this boy is only 3. Where do I start with this conversation? I just smiled when I heard that. And you know what? I started to think about it. How many of our children see porn before we realize it's porn? Now, it sounds or it looks like it's not porn. Now, if I ask you, one of the things you're going to say is, oh no, it's not anything, right? But yes, that's the truth. That thought, everything. How prepared are you for your child? Somebody said, I think your favorite color is red. Yes, I don't know. Is it red? Maybe. But that child has been exposed to that image. Now, again, I ask the question, are you prepared for your children to see porn? And when they do, I did not say if. When your children do, what will be their response? Because, most times when we do parenting, we're like, God forbid, it's not my portion. Let me tell you something. The world is not waiting for your child to grow. It's already grooming them. And you cannot pray away what you have failed to parent intentionally. You cannot pray away what you have failed to parent intentionally. Porn doesn't knock. No, it sneaks. Will your child recognize the intruder when it happens? People tell me, oh, my house is Wi-Fi connected. While you are there, is it also sex education protected? Yes, your wife is Wi-Fi, your house is Wi-Fi connected. Is it also sex education protected? It's important for you to begin to see that the problem is not whether we are silent. Some people have come to me. I remember when we started Sex Educate Your Child Like a Pro 1.0, I've written the books, corresponding books to Sex Educate Your Child Like a Pro 1.2, 1.2, 2.0, 3.0, we're in 5.0. So the Sex Educate Your Child Like a Pro comes as a masterclass and then eventually get expanded, all right, in a book and a workbook. Now, it's interesting that a lot of people actually think that having this conversation will break your child's innocence. Silence about sex is not the problem. Silence about sex is not innocence. It is actually exposure. So you need to teach your children before the world does. Most times, we allow the world to actually teach our children even before we start. So how prepared will your child be when they see porn? Not if. I want you to take note of that. Because your child is going to see porn. Whether you have a 2-year-old, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't matter. Or you have a 20-year-old. So some people come to me and say, but my child is not that old. I don't really need sex education and all of that. And I'm thinking, do you really think so? Think about it. So now that child who saw the mother's whatever is just, trying to actually understand how the body and how the body navigates and all of that. So the child doesn't have anything in mind. How you react, what you say, your countenance will determine what that child will eventually think about it. Why do you need to porn-proof your home? That's the first question we want to answer today. When parents hide predators hunt. That's the truth. Porn does not just corrupt the mind, it reshapes identity. It reshapes identity. And that's the bad thing about porn. So you need to prove your home because your child's first exposure to porn is not a matter of if, it is a matter of when. Let me say that again. You need to porn-proof your home because your child's first exposure to porn is not a matter of if, it is a matter of when. When your child eventually sees porn, how will they react? Sorry, give me a minute. All right, thank you. Sorry about that. The number one reason is children are exposed earlier than ever. Now, that child who is 3 was actually exposed earlier than the parents would have imagined, right? The average first exposure to pornography used to be 8 to 11 years old. Do you know that right now, the average age, exposure to raw porn, real porn, I'm not talking about seeing a naked person that is passing, I'm talking about real porn. It's now between ages 6 to 8. It's scary. And yet, we are all seated and thinking and just telling ourselves, it can never be me. Hello? It can never be me is what language? All right? And many children stumble on it accidentally through arts, through pop-up games, through even school friends' devices. I see a lot of people say, no, my children have never seen porn before. Hello. So I was having a conversation with a 9-year-old friend, friend's child, many years ago. And I said, what do you know about sex? She was like, she has seen sex before. I was like, okay, can you tell me where? And then this girl goes, I saw it, a friend brought the phone, and then we were talking, and then she now opened it and showed me a woman having sex with dogs. Can you beat that? Just imagine it for a moment. With dogs. So that girl's first exposure to sex is already messed up. Here you are, arguing. Sorry about that. I need to plug my phone, my laptop. All right. Where you are arguing whether you should teach your child or you should not teach your child, that the child it's not really the same way and all of that. Oh no, my child is always indoors. Let me tell you why I wrote that digital molestation guide. It's for most people who say, oh, my child is always indoors, they can never be abused. Come closer. That your child must not be touched for them to be abused. That's why I have a problem with the teaching. Private part and public. I don't allow anybody to touch your private part. Don't allow anybody to touch your, and public part. What's that? You don't need to be touched to be abused. And if you read that whole system that the thing that I created with that guide, you will see exactly what I'm talking about. Or was it the sexual reputation culture? Who has opened it? The 100 silent pressures children face about sex and how to help them. If you've not registered for sex, educate your child like a pro, better run. I know that you know that this is Pride Month, right? I know that you know that this is Pride Month. You know what Pride Month is? Who knows what Pride Month is? Of course, it is Pride Month. It simply means that we are going to be having the LGBTQ thing thrown in our faces, whether you like it or you don't like it, and it's a month where they promote it. So we intentionally put sex educate your child like a pro in June. No, it's not an accident. It was intentional. So the whole of June, as they're promoting the Pride Month for LGBTQ, if you are not promoting sex educate with us, you are not lying. It's not LGBTQ, it's LGBTQ plus I, whatever. That A in that whole thing is ally. Ally means the person who is not gay, but just supports and says nothing about being gay. So if you are not in the space where you're saying, no, we fight this knowledge to knowledge, you are an ally, because you are definitely, do you know how much is being pumped to actually celebrate the LGBTQ month in June? Oh, you don't want to know about it. And I'm sure that, if you're a yada, you understand what I'm talking about. You can't afford to be a bystander. Oh, no, you can't. Yes, 2 plus 1 eye. You see this 1 eye that is on this end? Ally, that's that plus IA. That's it. So we're going to fight knowledge versus knowledge. Because if your children know about their identity, they will not be confused. One of the problems, the biggest problems we have with gender dysphoria today is that parents are quiet. That's my biggest problem. Parents are quiet. We're quiet. Children are curious and they are searching. Parents are quiet and they're just, moping. And meanwhile, predators are strategic. If you sit on the fence, you are not like, I don't really want to know, I don't really know. I don't really want to say this thing. Let it not be. You are silent, the silent majority. And many of us are allies. We're not speaking. We're not carrying any cost. We're just saying, hey, let them be now. It's not really a big deal. Maybe they are doing their own thing. You are doing your own thing. Do you know that the LGBTQ community is a minority? But watch what will happen in June. They are like the majority because we are quiet, because we are allies, because we are silent. We're not saying anything. We're not saying anything. It's akin. This sitting on the fence is akin to being an ally. I made a vow. I said, there's no year we'll do sex educate your child like a pro that I will now have my children's teachers inside. I will not have their housemaster. I will not have everybody around me. You know why? I want people to understand the idea. Every year we put a module on LGBTQ. It is important. See, the world is not for the bold, and the world is not for the silent, for the bold and the silent, right? Sorry, for the majority and the silent. We have a lot of people who are majority. We are everywhere. The world is for the bold and the loud. It's not even about how intelligent you are. Think about it. Does the whole system of LGBTQ make sense? No, it doesn't. But because they are loud enough, it takes the front seat. I want you to put in the comment section, I am not an ally. I will speak about sex educate your child like a pro. That's our own campaign. And do you know how much money that goes into sponsoring those campaigns? I was looking at the budget of the Pride Month in the US alone. Crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. So better don't sit on the fence in this month. Oh no, don't. Speak. The Bible says that the tools of our welfare is not carnal. It's not something that we're going to war with our hands. We're going to war knowledge to knowledge. Knowledge to knowledge. And we're not just going to come out and just say, hey, LGBTQ is not okay. No. We are going to say what is okay. So it's not okay to come out and say, this thing is not okay. It's not. Our children are still confused when we are there saying, this thing is not okay. It's not working. The problem is that being an ally simply means that you don't have a strong point. That's why you'll be quiet. And our strong point is sex educate your child like a pro. As far as I'm concerned, that's our strong point. Because it deals with identity. It deals with being able to look at the things that should not be done. The more people are educated, the more their children are educated, the more we're able to fight. The problem? Most of us don't even know why. Don't even know the science behind the LGBTQ thing. No. You say, no, it's not anything now. Some people are really born gay. I get some people actually say that. Some people are really born gay. This gay thing, you don't really understand it. If it's not you, it's not. You're an ally. And most allies lack knowledge. That's the truth. So you're going to get the knowledge and you're going to join us in this campaign. If you have children teachers, thank you so much, Justice Omolara Adeyemi. Children's teachers, I was just going to talk about children's teachers. Anybody who is going to come in contact with children, begin now and begin to position them. We must get knowledge and match it. That's the only way. That's the only way. So that we're not just speaking. And it's because, hey, all these things that if a child is already experiencing it, you still fight with knowledge. I hear a lot of parents say to me that, oh, my child already feels that maybe, I'm a girl. You know that for every time a child gets to a certain age, I don't know why I'm talking about this. I'm deviating a bit, but I think it's important. Every child gets in that, there's a confusion that can set in. Do you know that between ages 8 to 12 is something I'm going to teach as sex educate your child like a pro? Between ages 8 to 12, something happens to the self-esteem of a girl child. That's when, or part of the time for girls who begin to act confused about their gender. That's part of the time that something changes. And if it's not worked on, and if it's not something that you have enough knowledge for, you can actually make a mess of that child. Especially if that child is in an environment where things like that are actually exalted. And now, let me warn. For those of us who are in Nigeria, who will say, no, this thing is not in Nigeria, we don't have it. Oh, you will be shocked. It's terrible here as well. So right now, as we are, there's no place that does not have this issue. Somebody said they started planning since early this year. They have structure, they have a plan, they have target, and they have goals. Oh yes. The LGBTQ system, Pride Month, they have targets of who to reach, how to reach your children, what to do. You don't have targets, you don't have any plan. See, your predators are so planned, they are so coordinated. They are gaining knowledge. Do you know that I hear that there's a training you actually will need to do to be able to lead some of these systems? Oh yes, in developed nations. In developed nations. So tell yourself, I am going to actually ensure that minimum 50 people, I can pay for 50 people, will have a package where you can actually have, group, you can pay for group people. And me have gathered everybody that is in my children's school. We have put them in the class and they are there, they are waiting. I don't take chances because I recognize that this thing, if you do not know what to do, it messes you up. It messes you up. So we need to sit and tell ourselves that this is not any play. Oh, they are trying to. I shared something today, and I was saying that trauma was actually really deep. I said, they're trying to sell me one book or one course. This is not about that. It's about the souls of the children in your hand. It's about the souls of who your child is going to meet eventually. That's what it's about. Because the truth of the matter is, if we don't have the right knowledge, we will fight without direction. Let me give you an instance. I've been looking at the advocacy that's happening in Nigeria recently, where people are doing, what's it called? People are trying to do some kind of, rebel in the system, begin to, say no, the government and all of that. Is it a right course? Yes. But one thing I realized? They don't have the knowledge of the past. And it's painful. I watch this young man and I see everything that have happened. And a lot of those courses have failed. They keep failing because they've not come back to study history. Because they don't have knowledge on how to actually fight a system. There is a how to fight a system. There's a how. There's a how. If you fight a system without knowing how to fight it, the system will swallow you up. When you get knowledge, then you need a strategy. For instance, if your child is already in the environment where your child is already having gender dysphoria, because as far as I'm concerned, your child is not just feeling like, oh, I should have been this person. There's a lot of things that can cause it, right? And you are in that place. Not having the right knowledge can mess you up. Not being strategic about the right knowledge can make anything, can just mess it up. It's the how that we're talking about. So don't go and be like the young Nigerian activists. I've been studying them in recent times. I like activism. I like to be able to go through a lone voice and not be that person that everybody actually I love what I do, right? As far as I'm concerned, is like activism, right? Being able to, chart a course that is not the norm. I love it. But if you are not strategic, about activism, your head will be swallowed up. Your head will be swallowed up, straight up. And that's what our young people do not know. Please, let's not fall into that mistake. Let's not fight. Just fight. Have you ever seen anybody win a war without knowledge and strategy? And before a military man goes to war, I happen to have, some close relationship with some high top military people. And sometimes they're like, you don't understand the kind of strategy that goes into a system even before a war starts. It's a strategy we're talking about. When you get this knowledge, you are armed with better tools to actually work and to actually move. So say in the comment section, I will join the Intentional Parent Academy to fight in this world. If you're going to join us, let me see you in the comment section. Say I. And part of it is that you're going to join us in the campaign. You're going to join us to shout on the rooftop. You're going to join us to make noise out there, because that's what we're doing. It's our duty this month. We're going to be out there. We're going to be out there. Somebody said you'll be dragged into unconsciousness if you don't have the prerequisite knowledge and the strategy. I agree with you. Thank you so much for joining us. I see your comment. I see your comment. I see your comment. I see your comment. We will be part of the campaign. That is the only way we can win this war. That's the only way we can win this war. We've taken 27 minutes just to talk about this thing, because I know that there's a lot that we're going to be dealing with. Dr. Happiness said a lot of children suffer gender dysphoria. Oh yes, and that's because there's a lot of lack of knowledge. Somebody said as a teen, I wondered if I was supposed to be a boy after having menstrual cramps. Yeah, all of these things are real. So if you're going to join us, make sure that you write in the comment section, I will be part of it. We're waging a war, and we're not even silent about it. We're going to be out there. I remember 2 years ago when we were out there shouting, making noise. Our social media handles were banned, right? Of course, which is a norm, because they don't want you making that kind of noise. They don't want you waging that kind of war. That's what shows you that it's real war. Why? If not, why? Why is it? Why are we, getting to that point? But the problem. Anyway, I will share at Sex Educate Your Child Like a Pro, but we're coming. I hope you started watching the Sex Educate Your Child Like a Pro challenge. If you're in that class, start watching the previous one before we get to that one. And if you've not registered, please, the link is in my bio. These 5,999 changes, I think in 24 hours. Use that advantage now, and you will get 3 guides worth 15,000 naira and much more. Now, number 2, right? See, one wrong click can open a lifetime of silent addiction for your child. All right? One wrong click. Number 2, porn rewires the brain. Somebody help me put that in the comment section. Porn rewires the brain, especially in young, developing minds. One of the things that porn does is that it affects the dopamine pathway, and then it begins to create addictive-like circles. So it shapes unrealistic, it shapes violence, it shapes shame-filled views about sex and about relationship. Before you get to teach your child about sex, porn already did, and which is actually a big problem. So I want you to actually think about, this is why I must porn-proof my home. Number 3, porn distorts love. Porn distorts consent, and porn distorts respect. Now, porn shows abuse as pleasure and shows coercion as consent, and shows bodies as object. Without guidance, children assume this is normal he brings them, and they bring all of these into life relationship. And you know what? People say, oh, that porn actually targets children. You don't know. Because once a child gets addicted to porn, they make more money. Because a child's brain is rewired at porn. I know so many people who are adults who are still watching porn till today. Yeah, West, I know. Most adults, parents are guilty. And people say that if you're an adult, it doesn't matter. Really? If you need to proof your home, there are a lot of things you must put into consideration. Number 4, silence fuels curiosity and secrecy. So if you are not talking about sex, the internet is going to be talking about it. Children are going to ask questions. If you are not in the safe place, there will be Google, there will be friends, and sometimes their teachers. Recently, Yaya shared a story of a girl that had come to the mother to say, what's virginity? The mother couldn't answer. Say, yeah, get out, don't lie to me. Yeah, this is inappropriate. He went to ask the teacher. The teacher said, I will show you, and raped the girl. Yes, the teacher will go to jail. But I agree with you. We will deal with this teacher until he cannot see the daylight again. I agree with you. Does he bring back what happened to that child? Does it change the scar? Does it change a scar of what happened to that child? No, it doesn't. It doesn't. There are some parenting errors you make that leaves a scar. That leaves a scar. Don't make those mistakes. Don't wait until your child gets into that space. You're not running kitty kitty. Can you help me? Can you help me? It's not okay. So when your children ask questions, are they going to be in a safe space? If you don't teach, we leave them unguarded. Number 5, improving your home empowers your child. It's not about control. It's about preparation. It's about protection. When you build a culture of safety, a culture of truth, a culture of openness, your child learns my body is valuable. Your child learns that sex is not something to be shameful of. It's just something that has appropriateness. They learn I can ask questions and get answers when I can trust. All right? This is very important. Now, I'm sharing with you the 5 P's to improve your home. Simple, clear, powerful. 5 P's to improve your home. 5 P's to improve your home. Number 1 is privacy boundaries. I hope you've shared this link with a friend or a family. You don't know who you're going to be helping. Honestly speaking. Somebody asking if this video will be available. Yes, it's always on our YouTube channel. You don't know who you're going to be helping. Share it on your school group. Share it on your status. Make sure that people are seeing it. Because the truth of the matter is, if you do not, that person might not even know. Honestly speaking. Now, privacy boundaries. You need to actually teach your body is yours. You see, the teaching of some parts of your body is private. Some parts are what's it called, public. That's what you imply. That's one of the wrongest teachings that put children in a lot of issues today. So teach your children, your body is yours. See, when the Bible said your body, I was sharing with the parents in the inner circle recently. The parents in the inner circle are the parents in our community, our academy. They've been there. It's a 1-year academy run. And I was sharing with them in a voice note. I said to them, now when God said your body is the temple of the Holy Spirit, right? When God said your body is the temple of the Holy Spirit, it did not say your vagina is a temple of the Holy Spirit. It didn't say your penis is a temple of the Holy Spirit. It did not say your breast is a temple of the Holy Spirit. He said your body. So when you begin to say this one is private, this one is public, you should teach your children every single part of their body is private to them. It doesn't matter which part. You know their eyes is a private part. What can be more private than what you see? Now you see, we're talking about porn. How do you get abused digitally? It's about the things that you see. So if your eyes get corrupted, believe you me, that's it. Your body is supposed to be the temple, not some parts of your body. Not just some parts of your body. So it's important for you to begin to think from that place. So stop telling your children, do you know that your children can be sexualized by someone looking at them? If you've not taught them discernment, and know when sex starts, sex doesn't start from what you call private part, does it? No, it doesn't. So that thing that you call private part, that's not where sex starts. Sex actually starts from the mind. From the mind, it graduates to the other part. The person is touching you with their hand. The person is, eyeing you, giving you eye. The person is rubbing your body. That's how it starts. That's how it starts. So that's very important for you to know. Sorry, a minute. That's very important for you to note. You must note that private parts it has nothing to do with sex. By the time somebody gets to your private parts, sex has finished now. Am I correct? By the time somebody gets to your private part, sex has finished. So, and that's why we had a lot of people in our generation that were technical virgins. If you're in the comment section, let me see you say yes. You are in this WhatsApp group. Oh, we are plenty. Technical virgins, this kind. I'm a virgin, but because nobody taught you that every part of your body is actually a temple of the Holy Spirit. So your hand did something that your vagina didn't do, according to you. I'm still a virgin now. It doesn't really have, you're not slept with anybody. You parade yourself. Yes, because somebody taught you that it's about putting a penis to a vagina. Bigger than that. Bigger than that. Millennials were so abused through the eyes, abused from silly touches, abused from uncles who have hard-ons and tell you to come and sit on their I don't even know what to say again. All kinds of abuse. I see somebody saying I'm guilty. You're welcome, man. Enter the WhatsApp group. Abuse from all sorts of things. So your eyes are private. Your ears are private to you. That's why you go, you scroll and you listen to everything. Hey, this person is coming. You Dr. Bobrisky. What Bobrisky? You say, no, I'm learning how to dress for Bobrisky. Hi, God, who are you people? Allies. Allies. Because what you're watching, your purity is important. What are the things you're supposed to see? Most of us read, I read, Jamali Chase was criminal, novel, but it had a lot of, sensual activities in it and all of that. Mills and Boone, are you guys here? Come closer. Are you there? Yes, we're virgins, yes, and all of that, but we don't do bad things. Yes, we agree with you, we're good girls. When we come out and say good girls, say, yes, I'm a good girl. I didn't do all those things. I didn't, it's the same thing. Calm down. Abuse is abuse. Exposure is exposure. Yeah, if you want, you can say, what I did was just touch the boy's penis and he will come. The other person slept with the boy. It's the same thing. The same thing. There's no difference. That's the truth. So if we want to really sit down and think about it, then you can begin to understand that what you're consuming, what you're putting there in faces of our children becomes important. You will stop, telling yourself, no, as far as there's nobody touching them, as far as there's nobody, and now it has now become digital abuse. Now digital molestation has now included AI. Go and read that book. Not digital molestation. The things I found when I was writing that book broke my own heart. Like, really? Somebody say Ikebe magazine. See them. They're all coming. M&B. Ikebe super. Hint magazine. Millennials. Oshe. Millennials were highly abused. Trust me. Highly. And the problem is that the abuse of the millennials is not even something that we want to talk about. No, we don't want to talk about it. Tell a millennial now that he has childhood trauma. Hey, it's a lie. I turned out okay. They are the ones that turned out okay the most. I turned out okay. They beat me. I was very okay. I was perfect. Their mouth will run. Pa, 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 pa. I've worked with millennials now, almost the last 10 decades. Trust me when I say that millennials are the most abused. And when I mean abuse physically, I mean abuse sexually, I mean abuse emotionally, the millennials. It was the millennials, it was in our time that house help started to raise children. Trust me, most of our parents became, workers. They needed to go to work. They needed to do the woman empowerment thing. What a man can do, a woman can do better. So yes, all of us were in there. We are just, you bring relatives from everywhere. Most of us grew up with relatives. Do a sample of men in this call now. You will hear 90 to 90 something percent of the men who are listening to this conversation were all abused at home by one auntie, one uncle, one person who is in the house. Some were uncles, yeah. Oh, yes. The problem is abused spiritually. Prof, how did I miss that one? We were abused spiritually. It's millennials that they will use slap to wake up so that you can come and pray. It's no kind of abuse. And that's why we are resisting the church. Can you see what's happening? We're arguing everywhere. We're fighting. Today I saw, somebody share something. The person just simply said, see, I feel that my husband is hitting our 7-year-old, abusing him here and there, small. And I said, this guy is probably going through trauma. It was backlash. It was on Diary of a Niger Girl. You can go and check. People said, no, the girl should just carry her bag and just go. Immediately. What is it? The child cannot suffer. We are traumatized. We have just refused to agree that we're traumatized. Our reactions are extreme. Our reactions are extreme. And if you did not attend the healing course, you did yourself. You want us to be begging you, come and attend the healing course. Come on. You did yourself. You did yourself. The truth of the matter is, you will sit down, and most parents of the millennials didn't even know what went on. I went to work, came back, we had read James Hadley Chase. You ask my mother now, Mills and Boom, she will say, my daughter was a bookie. We all read, we were reading now. From all angles. We're not talking about it. Or am I even talking about it? How about the millennials that were raped by uncles, raped by people in the church system? We still cannot talk about it. I was sharing the other day. I said I was almost raped by a priest. Somebody say, hey, and you're saying it. I'm like, I've moved on, I've healed. There's nothing about my childhood I can't talk about because I'm going through the process of healing. Could they say millennials can pretend? Truly. Oh, truly. Because we just want to be in that space where because our parents gave us the hypocrisy that we wanted. So what they told us was, once you can pretend enough, you're a good child. So when I meet a millennial, the first thing I hear millennials say to me is that my parents were perfect. Is the trigger. Honestly. So a millennial wants to paint perfection because that's what we were given. We were given perfection. Meanwhile, I've seen most millennials, 80 to 90% of them that I've interacted with, all were abused in their homes. All. One auntie, one house help, every day they don't talk about it. Oh no, they don't talk about it. Messed up completely. But nobody talks about it because we gotta pretend. After all, right? We went to school, we got good degrees, which was the aim of the baby boomers who raised the millennials. And eventually, after we went to school, we came out and we got a job. Didn't we turn out okay? Then we submitted that we turned out okay. We turned out okay. Meanwhile, most of us are moving cup. That's the truth. We're not confronting some of the things. We're not confronting some of these things. Most of our parents were careless. When it comes to sexual intelligence, nothing happened. Let me tell you my own story. My mom is here listening to me. I wasn't told, my mom didn't tell me anything. My father now told me that if you do anything, you're going to get pregnant, and boom, that's it. That's the only sex education I had. They didn't also know any better. To be fair to them, that's the truth. To be fair to them, they didn't know any better. All they knew was go to school, pass exams, and all would be okay. They didn't know what we're reading. They didn't know the kind of thing that they didn't really know. They didn't really know. Most of those materials we read was so erotic that it actually corrupted a lot of the minds. Oh, yes, it did. So the next time you want to actually say to a parent, or you want to say to your child, my private part, public part, remember these words. So come and learn. The truth of the matter is that because of where we're coming from, there's a lot of lack of knowledge. There's a lot of lack of knowledge. And because our parents didn't stay home a lot, in quotes, I say in quotes because the ones that were even home were not connected. Yes, they were home, but we didn't feel that they were in the home. So, of course, and then we had a lot of absentee fatherhood. The millennials are one of the sects in fatherhood that were not fathered. Oh, no, we were not fathered. Most of us, just a few of us that had involved fathers. So this is the time. So instead of you to continue to argue, no, we thought that okay, all these things, sit down and reflect. Sit down and reflect. And when you reflect, you will begin to see that most of the lies you have told yourself isn't the truth. You see yourself in the mirror. That's why I love the Intentional Parent Academy. It opens your eyes to a lot of things that you have covered up and just masked and just moved. If we don't open it up and look at this conversation in its entirety, we will not be able to help our children. We will teach them the same thing. Are we going to talk about all girls school, where we witness all sorts of lesbianism? Should we talk? I went to an all girls school. I saw girls kissing themselves, fingering themselves, doing all sorts. We don't talk about it. Nobody talks about it because we all want to just come out. We even millennials are even the ones that cover up for their children. So when they're talking to their children, millennials say things like, in my own time, everything was perfect. We were so perfect. It's not true, guys. It is not true. But I will end it here. We'll see you at Sex Educate Your Child like a pro. Number 2, parental monitoring. Parental monitoring is don't hand your children, over internet blindly. You need to actually understand what your children need. We have a guide called the media plan. Please, I need you go and get it. Go and build a media plan. I'm going to say so much about that. This is important for you, right? Number 3, proactive conversation. Proactive conversation. Talk early. Talk often. Talk the truth. You see all those lies you used to cover up, where your parents actually tell you, no, don't do this, right? This is not, you are not saying the truth, you're saying half truth. You see all those meandering. If they touch you on the lap, you get pregnant. See that? No sex conversation. It doesn't count. It doesn't count. This is very important. Somebody said, my own parents' ministry was helping their family's children. Those children ruined me. Wow. Those children ruined me. We don't say all of these things. We don't want to talk about it. But we must talk about it. So we need to now start proactively talking. We're not going to wait until something is wrong. You now start proactively talking. See, your children should actually be equipped. Your children should be equipped. Talk early, talk often, talk the truth. Speak often, speak honestly. Don't just sit on the corner and just say, no, I'm not going to talk early. Our daughter was 8. One day she came home and she said to me, Mom, what are contraceptives? Wow. I just told myself, do you know the law of first mention? I missed it. I didn't know that my daughter at 8 will be able to understand or hear. It's something I needed to correct. For you to correct the first mention system, it's a big deal. I had to start teaching. I had to start putting materials together. I had to start, because that's the first place she's hearing it. She was 8. I was not proactive on that part. Meanwhile, when she saw her period, it's a conversation we have had. I use this book, Walking Your Child Through Puberty. It comes with a workbook. And my daughter and I started talking about walking your child through puberty at age 5. By the time she was seeing her period, she saw her period, later than others. At 13, she walked like, an underbosky. She was in camp. She had pads. She didn't have a problem. Nobody heard. Nobody knew what happened. Girl was prepared, man. I remember the first time I saw my period, I was confused. Yes, I knew about it, but I was confused. Like, hey, I know that this thing's supposed to come, but how am I supposed to? I thought I just applied part, sat down, but and then eventually she just said, "Oh, I was in my period came out when I was in camp, day two. This is what happened because she had enough information. Talk early, talk early, talk early. Whether it's a girl, whether it's a boy, talk early. Tell the truth. Talk often. Fathers, if you're listening to me and you're here, sex conversation must be easy. All this one, I don't really know how to talk about sex. I don't know what to say. Star, you will know what to say. You will know what to say. And that's why we have Sex Educate Your Child Like a Pro challenge. So that we can give you what to say, so that we can show you what to say, so that we can actually give you the tools, because there are parts of sex conversation that your wife cannot have for you, between you and your son. I know some mothers are asking me, what if you're a single mother? If you're a single mother, at some point you will need a father figure to address some issues. Address some issues. Somebody saying, is it useful for boys? Are boys not supposed to be sex educated? Our son started walking your child through puberty as early as the same age 5. So we started sex conversation when they were 1. We used to actually talk about porn protection. We taught our children what they should do when they see porn from age 3. So we started with bad picture, good picture. At age 3, talk early, talk often, speak the truth. All this corner does not help your child. That's what makes your child more curious. Now, let me say this. I've heard a lot of people say, when you start sex conversation, children get more curious. Any sex conversation that gets your child more curious to go and search for sex is devilish, is evil. It's not from God. It's not the appropriate sex conversation. It means you have given the wrong information. Any sex conversation you give that gets your children curious to go and search for sex is the wrong conversation you have had with them. Something is wrong with that sex education. Put me and put my name on it. If you share what is correct, if you share what is relevant, if you share what is the truth, no, your child won't go looking for what is not lost. The moment your child starts looking for what is not lost, your sex conversation is faulty. Your sex conversation is faulty. The question will be, is your sex conversation going to be faulty, or are you going to do it properly? Talk about consent, curiosity. When we talk about sex conversation, people actually think that we're talking about girls. We're talking about boys. Boys are more abused than girls are. Go and check the statistics. I've seen that boys who remain virgins are lower in statistics than girls who remain virgins through their teens. Go and do your statistics. They are lower. That's the truth. They are lower. So the problem is that our boys do not have the information that they should have. So you need to begin to look at how do I bring up my boy? And these are the things that we're going to have a Sex Educate Your Child Like a Pro. We're having a module where we're going to be talking about sex conversation with a boy and what it is that the boy needs to hear and when and how. It's important. Very, very important. So you must begin to discuss consent, curiosity, peer pressure. One of the books that I gave at Sex Educate Your Child Like a Pro challenge is the culture. All right. We talked about the 100 the sexual reputation culture, 100 silent pressures children face about sex and how to help them. This is the book. You're getting these 3 books free. The moment you register for Sex Educate Your Child Like a Pro 5.0 challenge, right? You get these 3 books free. Sexual reputation culture, digital molestation culture. You are getting 100 different ways. And then you are also helping your child navigate their first crush. You have a child who is, already talking about crush. You don't really know what it is. This is what you can do to help them. There are too many materials. And if you have a male child, Coach Ebuka just launched some books today, by the way. You want to actually reach out, go and look for Ebuka Ede on social media and go and find his book, go and order for them. I've ordered for my son. My son is, it's also very important that we understand that our boys must be looked, at. Our boys, we are neglecting that area so much. So go and buy books for your sons. Give them, let them read. And you too, go and buy Sex Educate Your Child Like a Pro. Get into the challenge. Go and get Walking Your Child to Puberty. My husband and I used Guided Hands with our son last year. I created Guided Hands last year. It's on our seller page. Go and buy it. Begin to walk through the conversations with your, all your this thing, your boy child and everything. Your boy child even needs this conversation more than you can imagine. Our boys are getting messed up. I shared a video on our Instagram page. The team shared a video recently, and the video was about a pastor who was saying how the day they were burying his 2-year-old brother, he was only 8. His uncle raped him. He was only 8. And these are conversations that we're not talking about. Somebody said, if I join the inner circle, I also get this. The things you get in the inner circle, we can't talk about. Just come if you are coming. We're no longer in the place where we're saying, please come, please. The truth of the matter is that if you are not learning in this time, you will make very grievous mistakes that you will pay for. That's one thing I know. That you will pay for. And when you pay for it, it might actually be hitting on your child. Let's be proactive. Let's be proactive. Number 4, how are you? Presentation matters. Be mindful how you dress. All these, I can dress, I can wear punch. You don't understand you're a parent. You wear boxers. One penis is from the other side. The scrotum is on the other side. Hello, sir. You don't want to see. Cover up. Even if you're in your house. I see some men tie wrapper in the village, this thing movie. Some women will wear breast and your breast is everywhere. Wear your bra. When you get into your husband's house, remove your clothes. I love to wear bomb shorts. Trust me, there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with it at all. If you're going to wear it, you wear it in your house. Yes, I hear you. I have a son that is 15. I ain't going to wear bomb shorts in his presence. What am I trying to prove? Wear a short that is long. Wait, you have a son that is growing up. Now every day you use the bomb everywhere. You will pass. The boy will be confused. Yes, you are the mother. You think it doesn't matter. It does matter. Go and ask questions. I've listened to Coach Ebuka. I've listened to experiences of boys share about the things that they see about their mothers. Mothers especially. Please go and find. You wear ripped jeans. You wear your cleavage is open. You will not say, oh no, it doesn't matter. My children, cover up properly. Especially as your children are growing. Stop harassing your son. Thank you, Coach D. Stop harassing your son. These boys feel harassed. Harassed with your big bum, big breast, big everything. Man, we don't want to see. Keep it to yourself. The boys are tired. They say, I should tell you. They're sending me to you. Daddy, they say I should tell you not to wear boxers around the house. Wear long joggers. Can't buy joggers. Bomb shorts. I want to look sexy for my husband. I want to look sexy for my husband. Please, when the children are gone, look sexy for him. It's not inside there. So dress well at home. It is part of porn. That's it. If you're going to improve your home, you must check the things that are in your home. When I talk about presentation, I'm also talking about what you watch. Do you know that your children get into porn? In the environment where porn is watched, it's easier to stumble on porn. Let me say that again. In an environment porn is watched, it's easier for you to stumble on porn because the algorithm brings what is watched. The algorithm brings what is watched. This is very important. And those of you that go taking your bath with your children, hey, I don't want to go there. Don't even, please, don't be saying things like that to me. But let's get to Sex Educate Your Child Like a Pro. I'm ready for you for this year. Dress decently. Teach your children hygiene. Teach your girls how to wash their vagina. A girl will pass. 12-year-old, 13-year-old, she's smelling. Hello, ma, what are you doing? We have guided fingers. Go and buy it. If you don't know how to say it, how to put your mouth, go and buy. Go and explain to the girl what she needs to do. Me and my daughter have what we call vagina talk, right? That's what we call it. Once in a week when she's around, we talk about it. Everything around. What are you ashamed of? Biko, teach your daughter. Teach her that her bra is for her to wear it once and wash it. Mommy, stop wearing bra twice. Wear it once, wash it. They know do you. You have 10 jeans, one bra. One bra to serve 10 jeans. One tight to serve 10 trousers. Ma, go and look for how to, if you do not, you have only two, manage it, wash it. I saw my own dad wash his singlet almost every day when he didn't have a lot of singlets. Yes, that's what I said. Somebody said, ha. Yes, ha. Boxers, stop repeating boxers, sir. It's very unhygienic. Ha. Stop repeating. Do boxers. Go and look for boxers and go and buy. Today you wear boxers, your boys are smelling. And my son said to me, Mom, in the hostel, I see boys repeating boxers and singlets. Like, who are these people? Who are these people? Please go and dress decently. Go and dress. And you don't need money to do any of it. Go and but the one you have, go and wash it. You don't even need to buy. When you wake up, wash, dry. Yes, you wake up in the night. Yes, you wash and dry. Yes, we have scattered the table. Go and get into sex, educate your child like a pro. There's so many things that we don't do. We don't want to see your breast outside in the cleavage, just a little cleavage. We don't want to see. You're a parent. Pay the price. We are sorry, but that's the path you have chosen. We don't want you leaving upper arm of your body. That is even Christian mother hand. Cover it up, man. Go to the gym, by the way, to reduce the arm. I'm not going to say more than this. I'll get to inner circle parents on Thursday. But your child is watching how you treat your body. They are learning what is normal to you. They are learning what to do and all of that. What if you don't have a male child, it's just you and your girls? You need to cover up. Yes, you need to cover up. Cover up is not about it. It's you honoring your body. It's you honoring your body. That's what we're talking about. All right? Teach your children how to honor. It's part of sex conversation. Please wear clothes that will cover your body. Don't flap breasts for us. We don't want. You can be sexy in the room. It's all right. And I know that some of you will not agree, but it's okay. And I'm sure you know that I'm telling the truth somewhere, but it's also fine. Number 5, which is the last one, presence and connection. Children turn to porn when curiosity grows and when connection shrinks. When connection shrinks. Spend intentional time. That's what we do in the inner circle, creating tools, making sure that children are connected. Most children that I've seen that go into porn, most girls are looking for a father. By the way, fathers, have you registered for Fathers Conference? It's free. We're bringing out these resources for you so that you can learn. Fathers Conference is free. Look at the flyer right in front of me inside this place. It is free. All you need to do, just help me remove this sticker. All you need to do is to register. Fathers, if you have a father, send this flyer to them. We want to ensure that the making of the father, the becoming, the belonging, the building of legacies, that you understand it. I'm worried about fatherhood in our time. We've done this for almost a decade. This is the 7th year. No, we're not doing it because, there's something that is going to, it's free. We're doing it because we understand that if the fathers take charge, even pornography, we will deal less with it. You will do less with it. Please, let us ensure that it's very important. Somebody's asking what's number 4. Presentation matters, all right? Let us ensure that you are present. Without a present father, there's a lot that's going to be messed up. So I've had, in the past 1 month, I've had about 10 cases of girls who are watching porn. No, scratch that. Girls who are sharing their nudes. Now I'm talking about 10-year-olds, 12-year-olds. I'm talking about 13-year-olds. I'm not talking about old children. And for every one of them, I've picked out a defining factor. Do you know what that is? Father, presence. Presence. Now we have the link for Fathers Conference. Yes, the team is going to share the link for Fathers Conference as soon as this is over so that you can register. Fatherhood. And I realized if fathers pick up this slack, we are going to actually be better for it. Number 1 is privacy boundaries. Number 2 is parental monitoring. Number 3 is proactive conversations. Number 4 is presentation matters. Number 5 is presence and connection. Don't be too busy to notice red flags. Don't be too busy to know what it is that is happening. Don't be too busy to understand what's happening. Give them something better than porn. Your love, your truth, your time. Share these things. Make sure that you know exactly what it is that you're doing. Stop there. I think, I know. It doesn't matter and all of that. You know, somebody how do you deal with siblings wearing skimpy clothes and my boss are around? Is it not your house? Put a rule in your house, my ma. Is your house. Tell them what it is that is that. But there's something called the migration plan that we teach in the inner circle. Somebody's asking me, what do you gain in the inner circle? I didn't know how to explain it to you. There's so much you learn in the inner circle you can't learn anywhere. If you read the discipline, it's not an emergency. There's a whole full migration plan. In that migration plan, right? That is where we actually share inside that migration plan what can happen. How are people coming in and out of your house? How are people coming in and out of your house? So it's not my siblings are around, it's your house. Put the migration plan. Let everybody understand what it is. That is what's obtainable. That's why in the inner circle, when you get into the inner circle, the first thing you learn is family value system. Because it is when you come, it's when you come that you understand, okay, so these are my values, these are things, and you know how to present them. If you're not in the inner circle, please, better jump in now. The inner circle will blow your mind. Unfortunately, you cannot join now. But you can book your slot. No. All right? You can book your slot now because it starts in December 1st, 2026. If you miss inner circle, for 2026, which is 1st December 2025, you wait again for next year, 1st December 2026. All right? Somebody say, yes, inner circle is the hype. My third time a yada. And that's the truth. We can't really explain what happens in inner circle with you in that manner. So book, join us, and be part of the yard. You know the truth also, as I conclude, I need you to note that being available is not enough. Being available with knowledge is not also just enough. But you need to be available with knowledge, strategy. Because without strategy, even your knowledge is dead. And the question will be, do you have the right kind of strategy? That's why an academy like this is, actually really exists. That's why we're building the Sex Educate Your Child Like a Pro challenge. That's why we're saying, come and learn the strategy. Somebody said, oh, what if these things, just go online, just gather them. When you finish gathering them, what's the strategy? What is the strategy? So what's your strategy? Strategy is what it is that we teach. No, we're not just sharing information. We're not sharing information to you. We are giving you strategy. Information is everywhere. It is the era of information. However, wisdom is not available everywhere. Wisdom is not cheap either. The Bible says, buy the truth and sell it not. And when I say buy, I'm not talking about monetary value only. I am talking about the time. Because at the time accrued to being able to buy the truth and also implement it. Buy the truth and sell it not. The question would be, do you know how to actually implement that truth that you have bought? And that's what we do in the inner circle. That's what we do. We're going to be doing at Sex Educate Your Child Like a Pro. Sex Educate Your Child Like a Pro will blow your mind. Coach Malola said, I've been in the inner circle for 6 years. Inner circle is no hype. No, it's not. It's not, right? Ma, if your siblings say you're too controlling, what I need you to do is to get into the inner circle. You learn strategies on what to do and how you're going to apply it without breaking your relationship with anybody, but yet setting the appropriate boundary. All right? So this is it for today. One of the things I want you to understand is that getting into Sex Educate Your Child Like a Pro will change your mindset. Will change your mindset. All right? Somebody's asking how they can join Inner Circle. You see the details on my screen on how you can join Inner Circle. All right? And the things that you need to do. All you need to do is just send us a message and the team will share with you how and what it is that you can do. It is 120,000 per year, and it is, you can book a slot with 10,000 naira single slot or 20,000 naira couple slot. But for 1 whole year, whole year, you will have access to the kind of wisdom that you cannot think of. All right. The reason you're running kitty kitty in this time is because there's no wisdom, attached to your parenting. If you're scared about your parenting today, it means that you have not gotten to where you should be going. You don't have a direction, right? The Bible says that wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of our times. I can't wait to teach. We have a webinar every week, right, at Inner Circle every Thursday. Inner Circle Parents. I'm looking forward to that webinar. People don't know how. I'm looking forward to actually having you guys. I have some kind of basketballs here and there. You know that people's basketballs is collected differently. It's not this one. This one is very, very easy, right? Please get your book. Raising the Trophy Child, raising raising the child, the girl with sense. Oh, before I go, please note that we're going to be in Canada on the 5th of July. Don't miss it if you're in Canada. Yeah, we'll send details. But you're going to also be in the US on Canada is 5th. US is 12th or more. It's more something. All right. And there's also UK Summit. UK is in October 25th. And then you also have Ilori. Ilori is September. Am I correct? Yes. And then we have Warri. Warri is also Warri is also somewhere in October. And then we have upcoming TIB Annual Conference. Who can guess the theme of TIB Annual Conference 21st to 28th of July? Clear your date. You don't want to miss it. All right. We don't play in TIP. Trust me, we don't. Okay. So we're going to be there. We're going to be able to see you if you are anywhere, anywhere around. So and the Fathers Conference, 13th to 15th of June. If you're a father, a father, tell them to tell someone that we're going to actually raise a banner for Jesus. That's why we're here. We're unapologetic about it. Completely unapologetic. Olamipo, I'm officially going to see you. And I am excited about that too. All right, so get your books. Raising the Girl with Sense. Raising the Boy You Don't Need to Bail Out. Raising the Emotionally Skilled Child. Raising the Independent Thinking Child. All these books are available on Amazon. Of course, we have Connect to Correct, From Yelling to Calm. Discipline That Works. Discipline is not an emergency. These are all the discipline books. And we have the sex conversation books. All right, Sex Educate Your Child Like a Pro, volume 1, 2, 3, 4. You can get the books while you are also getting into the course for 5.0. 5.0 is not in the books. Okay? And then you have the Parenting Lot Plan. We call this our manual in the Inner Circle. The Parenting Advantage. Resolving Sibling Rivalry. Solving family problem through effective communication and how to love your child more. If you're looking for which book you want to start with, trust me, I think you should start with this. I don't even know which one. This, and you have a boy and a girl. Please get Raising the Boy with Sense, Raising the Girl with Sense, and the boy you don't need to bail out. That would be, where we are coming and ending. This is where I end. Yagas, are you ready for Thursday? Just tell me a tip. Do you know how ready? Do you know how ready Thursday is going to Thursday? Like, you guys are going to love it. Don't worry. It's a loving class. It's a class that you have fun, right? Yeah, remember, be a yada and remain so. If you're not in the yard, all you need to do is to send us a chat. Then finally, Sex Educate Your Child Like a Pro promo. All right, it's having a 24-hour system. We're having Sex Educate Your Child Like a Pro 5,599. Can I have a flyer? Thank you. No, not this one. The one that has the things on it. All right, 5,999 instead of 15,999. And this is happening just at the end of the month. But the good thing is that the moment you register for Sex Educate Your Child Like a Pro, you have access. You have access to all of the materials that I have talked about. Digital molestation, 100 ways your child can be abused, and online and how to prevent it. It's worth 5,000. You're getting it free. You also have sexual reputation culture, 100 silent pressures children face about sex and how you can help them navigate. What another 5,000 naira, and helping your child navigate their first crush. What? So 15,000 naira, we're giving you free. All you're paying is 599. Isn't that sweet? All you need to do is to run and go and get that offer. We have over 3,000 people who have already registered. They can't be mad. They can't be stupid. Remember, we're going out all out for this campaign. Pay 5,999 now. There's a group option of a discount available. You're paying for one person, you pay 599, but you can pay for 10% and pay 53,999 That means you get a 10% discount. You're paying for 20%, you get a 20% discount, 100, 980. Because I know that I have people who have paid for 50 people. I have people who have paid for 20 people. Whoever you can pay for, please pay for them. All right? And get them into Sex Educate Your Child Like a Pro. This is what I call it the end. The others, wash your yellow blanket. Don't forget. You know that yellow blanket? Don't forget the yellow one. The very cozy, fluffy one. No. But when you're washing it, just come, so I can just use it to cover your leg a little bit. Thank you so much for joining me today. It's been an honor. I've enjoyed myself. I even had 15 minutes over. If you heard nothing, make sure you join Sex Educate Your Child Like a Pro. See you again next Tuesday, where we will be back at the cathedral. And if you're a yarder, see you right in the yard. Thank you so much, and do have an amazing day.
Maryland, are you ready? On July 12th, for the first time ever in the US, Coach Wayne Ologe will be hosting the Intentional Parents Summit in Glenburnie, Maryland. The theme of this groundbreaking summit? Time, the currency of a kingmaker.
So what can you expect? Parenting insights that will completely transform the way you raise your children, a mindset shift to help you maximize time, the greatest asset of a kingmaker, support and encouragement from a thriving community of like-minded parents who are on the same journey, exclusive access, and the unique opportunity to engage with a world-class parenting coach, Africa's #1 and internationally recognized thought leader, and the author of 20 books on parenting.
This is more than a conference. It's going to be amazing and insightful, a life-changing experience. You don't want to miss it. I will be there.
How to register? Click the link below or follow the instructions on the screen to pay your general admission investment of only $130, which includes delicious food, because why not? Great transformation is fueled by good food. If you want to receive VIP treatment for only $200, get all the general admission perks plus priority seating, access to an exclusive VIP mixer with Coach Wendy, and a gift bag that includes a bunch of goodies, including her latest book, The Kingmaker, exclusively autographed just for you.
Can't make it in person? No problem. Just grab the virtual pass for only $30 and join us from anywhere. Click the link below or follow the instructions on your screen to register now before tickets sell out. I will certainly be there. Will you?
I will definitely be there.
Your child is already asking, but just not with words. In this digital era, peer pressure, porn, identity confusion is just one click away. And you know it. If you're not talking, if you're not having that sex conversation with your child, someone else is. And that is why over 3,000 plus parents have joined the Sex Educate Your Child 5.0 challenge. And it is your turn. Whether you're raising a teen or a toddler, this challenge gives you script by script, age by age, on how to say it, what to say, and when. It gives you an upper hand on handling porn pressure, digital abuse, and new guides on what and challenges your child is facing today. And for the next 24 hours, join this challenge or there is no more. No, scratch that. For less than 24 hours, pay $5,999 or you will not get this offer again. See the number on the screen, register and reach out to us. Click the link and join us.